Good morning, dear class 10th students. Today I am going to teach you geography. Today is the very first day of our online classes of Bloomingbird Square School Sambal. I will be taking geography, and today I will teach you the very first chapter of our book, which is interpretation of topographical maps. In this chapter, we will be dealing with these 5 points, 5 topics. First is maps and their significance, in which we will be talking about map, globe and cartography. Second, elements of map. What are the elements of map? In this we will be talking about title, scale, direction, grid system, conventional signs and key. Then we will be studying about types of map. Then we will be studying about topographic maps, ordnance survey map, grid reference. These 5 points we will be taking into account. And then we will be studying about. Okay, now let us begin our chapter, interpretation of topographical maps. As the name suggests, interpretation means to interpret or to explain the meaning of something, right? Here we need to understand the meaning of topographical maps. Suppose one topo sheet or topographical map is given to you, right? Then how will you understand the information given in that topo sheet or topographical map? That thing is called interpretation of maps. So usually we interpret topographical maps with the help of contour lines, with the help of various color gradients, with the help of various conventional signs, etc. Okay, that we will be studying in next chapters. First of all, we will be taking these topics into account. Okay, interpretation of topographical maps. Now the question comes, okay, what are topographical maps? Before that, the question comes, what are maps? Okay, so topographical maps or topographic ordnance survey map, I will be telling you the meaning of this word here on point number 5. Okay, in detail. Topographical maps are detailed maps, large scale maps on which even the minute details of a place are also given. Suppose, for example, the topographic sheet or topographical map of Raisatti or Sarai Tareen or Chaudhry Sarai or Deepa Sarai. Okay, so if these places are shown on a map, then that type of map will be called large scale map. Okay, and if we have drawn on a topo sheet, okay, then that will be called a topographical map. Okay, so here we will be taking these all things from the starting. Okay, now first thing is maps and their significance, right? Now what do you mean by map? What do you mean by globe, right? Map or globe, these are the representation of earth. Globe is a true representation of the earth. Globe is three-dimensional true representation of earth. True representation of earth surface or earth, right? Here you can say that we have a model of earth, right, which tells us about the shape of earth, right? But this globe is having certain limitations. Okay, it is having limited size. We cannot make a very big globe. Okay, suppose if we are making a globe of a size of, you can say, entire school, so how we will looking at that? Okay, by moving all around, right? So we can have only limited size of globe. Okay, because of that we need to have some other method of representation of earth. So how can we represent earth? By different way. Okay, we can represent earth on a flat surface also. Okay, and now maps come. Okay, a map is representation of earth surface and its physical and cultural features to a scale on a flat surface, right? If we draw or if we represent Earth on flat surface, okay, we draw that to a scale that is called a map. Okay, so map is a representation of Earth's surface or its various cultural and physical features drawn to a scale on a flat surface. Okay, that is the definition of map. Now comes what is the meaning of cartography. Cartography is the art and science of map making. How do we make map? Okay, how do we take projections of map into account when we flatten the spherical surface, right? Then how do we make it? Okay, that art and science of making map is called cartography, right? Now comes what are the significance of these maps. Okay, the significance of the map is that we show various physical features like various landforms like mountains, plateaus or river valleys or plains, okay, as well as various cultural features. Cultural features you can say like distribution of crops, right? Cultural features, all features or man-made features are called cultural features like distribution of crops, okay, and you can say population distribution, right? Or we can say location of various villages, right? Location of various public buildings like dak bungalows or Nagarpalika Parishad, okay? These all such buildings or tehsils, okay? These all things can be represented on Earth, right? Sorry, on map, okay? So these all features of the Earth, physical feature or cultural feature, can be represented on map. Okay, with the help of map, we are able to understand different things. Okay, then now what other significance of maps are there? Significance of maps are there in understanding, you can say, the various information of a place. Like suppose, okay, at which place which crop is grown, what is the population of a place, right? These all things can also be told by map. Okay, and these maps are also very useful during war time when the two countries are on war with each other, right? Then how can they understand each other better? With the help of the map. Okay, with the help of map, they will be knowing where are the forests, where are the you can say villages, okay, where is the drains, where they can hide, and from where they can attack. Okay, these all things are given on topo sheets. Okay, getting around that we'll be talking about here in topographic ordnance survey map. Okay, so we have studied that. Now comes elements of map. Elements of maps means what the maps is composed of. Map is not just simple a drawing. There are so many things on map. When you open your atlas book, you will find suppose this is it is a rough map of India. Okay, right. So here, when you open a map, one title is written downside. Like suppose you can say mountains of India, or crop distribution in India, or population distribution in India, whatever is written downside, okay, that thing is called title. What? Title. So this is the first element of map. Then second thing is scale is given. Scale is given. Means when you see a map, then you will find something written over here like 1 is to 50,000 or 1 lakh or 10 lakh, okay. Like suppose it is 1 is to 10 lakh. It is written, or sometime one line is drawn like this, and downside here written centimeter, upside is written kilometer. Here like this 1, 2, 3, 4 it is written, and here also suppose it is written 100, 200 or 300 or 400. This is written, okay. So here it means 1 centimeter distance on map is equals to 100 kilometer distance on ground, okay. So this thing is called scale. Scale we have already studied in last classes. There are various types of scales like linear scale or representative fractional scale. Then the third thing comes direction. In direction, what you find when you see a map, on the top of the map you will find a symbol like this, N, or simple one arrow will be there, or N will be there, or N may be written here like this, okay. Or you may find a symbol like this. Here N is written, here east, here W, and here south. So it is showing us that north, the top of the map is north, the bottom of the map is south, this one side is east, and this one side is west, okay. So suppose if this is Sambhal, right, and suppose say it is Mumbai, right. So what is the direction of Sambhal from Mumbai? So what we will do, we will just draw lines here like this, okay. This is north, this is east, this is west, this is south, and this is Mumbai, right. So here we are having Sambhal, right way. So you can say Sambhal is on the north east from Mumbai. This is called direction, right. How do you find direction, right? So with the help of this symbol we can easily find directions, okay. Then next thing is grid system. Grid system, it is a system of horizontal and vertical lines which meet with each other, cut with each other, right, and forms a network, okay. So you can say a network of horizontal as well as vertical lines is called grid. Grid, like we are having a grid here in our window, okay. Likewise on these maps we have a grid system of lines of longitudes like this and lines of latitudes like this, right. So this system is used in order to find out the location of a place, right. So what is how we will be able to locate a place with the help of some reference, okay. So we draw these imaginary lines, okay, which are longitude and latitude lines, okay, and with the help of these lines we are able to find out the location of a place. So that is called grid reference. Now comes conventional signs. So what are conventional signs? Conventional signs, grid is over, title, scale, direction, grid. Now conventional signs. So some signs or some symbols are used on maps universally by most of the countries or most of the people in order to understand information, cultural as well as physical information on map. Some particular symbols are used, and these symbols are being used since a long time, okay, conventionally, right? So that is why we have called or we have named them as conventional signs, the signs which our fathers and their forefathers also used to use in order to show certain information on map. Like suppose for showing information location of hut or huts, what do we use? We make this type of squares, red squares, okay, right? So wherever these squares will be there, we will come to know that these are the location of huts, okay. And then suppose if one symbol is there like this, then we can easily find that this is the symbol of railways or railway track, okay. So we can suppose if here the symbol is like this, so we can easily find that this is the location of railway track. At this place railway track is also found, okay. Or various other symbols are there, like this is the symbol of graveyard. Wherever this symbol may be there, sign may be there, sign is there, then we can easily find make out that at this place graveyard is located. So these types of symbols are accepted universally in order to show certain information which are called conventional signs. So conventional signs are over. Then we will study about the key. What is the meaning of key, right? On a map, okay, suppose this is a page. On that page this map is given. Map is given, okay, right? Here what do you have? Here you have sometime you find a box here like this side or this side, right? And here some symbols are made like this, and what do these symbols represent is also written here. Like suppose I am taking it as a coal mines, right? So wherever these symbols are found, suppose if at this place the circles are there, so what I will make out by this thing? I'll make out that here coal mines are located, right? So this is called key. Key tells us the meaning of various symbols or signs which are being used in the map. So we have studied elements of map. Elements of maps are over. Now we will move to the next topic. Let me check whether video is going okay or not. Just please. It's going good. 18 minutes are over. Okay. Now we will keep our video very short. Next thing is types of map. Okay. Types of map. Now you must be wondering what are the types of maps? We are having just one map. No, there are different types of maps. Maps can be categorized. You must be knowing about physical and political maps. Okay, there are only two types of maps, physical and political. No, right? Physical and political and thematic maps are on the basis of content, okay, or on the basis of purpose. So we can categorize maps types of maps on the basis of content or purpose. Second, on the basis of scale. On the basis of content, suppose if we want to show only physical features of Earth's surface, then we will use physical map. And if we want to show the political boundaries between countries, states and their districts, then we use political map. Then thematic maps are the maps which have a particular theme, right? Thematic maps are having particular theme. Like suppose theme distribution of crop or crop distribution, or you can say population distribution or rainfall or other things, okay? Whichever theme a map is based on, okay? That is called thematic map. So on the basis of content and purpose, we are having physical maps, political maps, and thematic map. On the basis of scale, again we can divide map into two categories: small scale map and large scale map. Small scale map again further can be divided into two categories, two types. Like suppose you have seen map hung on the wall, which are called wall map, the map which we are having in our library. And there is a book of map which is called atlas, which you people also have. These types of maps are called small scale maps. In small scale maps, on a small paper, you can say a large area is shown. Like suppose map of India, map of North America, South America, map of various continents, various states, various countries. Okay, these all maps are called small scale maps. Large scale maps are two types. One is cadastral map, and another is topographic map. Now, what is the meaning of cadastral map or topographic map? See, cadastral map, this cadastral is a new word for you. Let me tell you what is the meaning of cadastral map. Cadastral maps indicates the boundaries of public as well as private properties. Like you must be having land, agricultural land, right? Your parents must be having agricultural land. So when you visit your fields, you see various fields all around. So how do you come to know which field belongs to you, right? So for that there is a written record with Patwari or Lekpal, and as well as they are having map of all those fields, okay? So those types of maps are called cadastral maps. The cadastral maps are used to show the boundaries or the boundaries of private as well as public as well as private properties. Then we are having topographic maps, okay? Topographic maps or topo sheets, right? Or you can say ordnance survey map, right? Why do we call ordnance survey map? Ordnance survey maps, these maps were first prepared by Britain, right? These topo sheets or ordnance survey maps were first prepared by Britain, right? These maps were made in order to prepare for war. These were prepared by the military officials of Britain in order to get prepared for war or battles, right? With the help of these ordnance survey maps or topographic maps,